Okay, so we're here at the Grape with chef owner Brian Luscher. And Brian, I understand you studied and trained at the Culinary Institute of America.
That's correct.
And let me ask you the question I ask everybody from the CIA. What was your grade in waterboarding? Sorry. Okay. A more culinary question. What chefs most influenced you in the kind of food you
the greatest influence I think might be from people that no one's really heard of. It's the people I worked with, coming up through the ranks. Jim Mitchell, Charlie Ray, Kathy Delaney, John Wolfe. These are just people that I worked with way back when. More prominent people whose style kind of impacted what I've done or influenced me. I like what Colicchio did with the Kraft cookbook. Alfred Portali was really influential for sure. Thomas Keller, how could kind of coming up through the 90s, how could you not have been influenced by him? Patrick O'Connell, just a whole slew. Growing up, though, it was Julia Child for sure was impacted me. I think I could just sit there as a 6-year-old and be enthralled with watching her on TV. And
sure. What about the food of the Grape? How would you describe the food that you're making here now?
Honest. I'm not trying to pull any BS on anybody or the wool over anybody's eyes and trying to do a little abracadabra. It's just, I don't want to call it bistro because I think the word's been bastardized now. It doesn't mean what it really means, but true bistro is just kind of seasonal cooking, and everybody says they want to cook seasonally. That's part of the CIA, and when you're you're brainwashed, and everyone says that, but rarely do people actually do it. And not that I do it all the time, but the focus is on the food. Just make really great, honest food. Don't get too crazy with it. Make food that people want to eat, and not so much about stroking my own ego or trying to show everybody what I can do. But as a business owner, I need to sell food that people want to eat and come back and enjoy.
Yeah. What types of ingredients really excite you in terms of what you can do with them?
Butter, pork. It's just when somebody calls me up and tells me, hey, look, the fava beans are out of sight right now, or, morel mushrooms. I just got some morel mushrooms.
So, morel mushrooms?
Yeah, my sous chef had brought some back that his mom picked in the backyard in Oklahoma, and they were so much ridiculously better than anything that I could buy from Washington State or Michigan. And of course we can't serve them, but they were just so good, and that's just inspiring. Just a simple, it's sometimes just how silly you can get with putting ingredients together, or what you can put in the deep fryer, or just screwing around.
What trends do you see in food at the moment from the chef's point of view?
Well, I do see this trend of getting back to the simplicity of it all. And it's something that we've always done at the Grape, is just trying to keep it real. And I think people are realizing now that that's not what sells, and unfortunately that's what, there are very few people who can put it out there and just say, I'm putting it all on the line and I'm going to do whatever I want, and it's going to be, not every market supports that. And I think everybody in Dallas has realized that over the last 18 months, is that, you've got to cook for the venue, you've got to cook for your guests, you can't cook for yourself. And I definitely think that's one of the trends that are coming back. I think getting back to that peasant style, and I guess that's, for me, the most influential style of cooking there are, is it's just real peasant style and simple and roots, and just getting back to the basics of ingredients. That, and trying to be a little more responsible with the ingredients that you use.
Sure. And if the Grape's closed, where do you like to go if you can't cook at home?
Where do we go to eat? Well, we take our daughter with us, Landry. She's our big girl. She's almost 5 now, so we've got to go somewhere where a 5-year-old can act like a monkey and we can still have a decent glass of wine and, you know, relax. And sometimes it's the porch, or like, you know, going in there for the simplicity of it and just being able to get something to eat, just simply eat and, you know, have a decent glass of wine and some real kind of genuine service. They do a good job there. I like to try and keep it in East Dallas. I like to try and keep it local and support the folks that are over here. We like Park. Just trying to keep it over on this side of town.
Great. Thanks very much, Brian.
Yeah, you bet.